Merry Christmas in advance to my amazing subscribers. You guys are the best and I love you guys. So guys, join me. Let's make this beautiful Christmas tree beaded bag. Without wasting much time, let's dive into the video. Materials used, I'm using fishing line 0.7, 0.6, sugar beads 10 millimeters, green and black, same 10 millimeters, our berry beads, different colors, which are going to be acting as the lights or the bulbs, okay, and our scissors. So we are going to start by weaving our mat. So in my fishing line, I'm adding my 4 beads. I'll pick up the last bead and I'm going to cross it over and pull. Cross and pull. Moving on, we are going to add 1 bead on the right, 1 on the left and cross. So I'm adding 1 on the right, 1 on the left. I'm going to pick up the last bead and then I'll cross it over and pull. This is the second ring we have made. I'm going to pick 3 beads again, 1 on the right, 1 on the left and cross. So I'm adding 1 on the right, 1 on the left, 1 on the left, and then I'll cross with the 3rd bead and pull. Okay, so we are making the 3rd ring. So this is the 3rd ring I have made. So go ahead and continue like this and I'll meet you when it is 14 lines. Okay, so the 15th line, we are going to add all 3 beads on the right fishing line. Okay, we want to turn and begin the 2nd line. So on my right fishing line, I'm adding all my 3 beads. I'll pick up the last bead and cross it over and pull. Cross very well. Your fishing line should be on the side bead. We are going to begin with 3 beads, continue with 2 beads. Okay, on my right fishing line, I'm adding 3 beads. I'll pick up the last bead and cross it over and pull, and we are starting the 2nd line, okay, or the 2nd row. So my front fishing line will go into the next 1 bead in front, and on the back fishing line we'll keep adding our 2 beads. Okay, so I'm going into the next 1 bead in front, and on the back fishing line I'm going to add my 2 beads and cross with the 2nd bead and pull. I'll cross with the 2nd bead. Please make sure you pull your work, okay? And for this tutorial, please kindly choose an odd number. For those of you who like skipping videos, okay? So I'll meet you at the end. So this is the end. I'm going to insert my front fishing line into the next 1 bead in front. And on that same fishing line, I'm going to add 2 beads. And then we are going to turn, okay? I'll add 2 beads and then we are turning. So I'll flip it over to my right hand where I am most comfortable to weave from. I'll start a new line starting with 3 beads, continue with 2 beads. On my back fishing line, which is my right fishing line, I'm adding all my 3 beads and I'm going to cross with the last bead added. Okay, continue weaving the same method and I'll meet you at the end. Keep adding your 2 beads on the back fishing line. So watch carefully. This is the end. I'm going to go into the last bead here, into the last bead with this same fishing line. I'm going to add 2 beads and then we are going to make a turn. All right. So this same fishing line, I'm going to insert it where the back fishing line is into that same bead. We want to make a turn. Okay. We want to turn to the 2nd bead on the side. So I'm going to insert the down fishing line into the next 1 bead on the right, into this bead that is facing upward like this. Okay. This is how we turn, and then I'm going to insert it into that second bead over here, into this second bead, and then this other fishing line, I'm going to insert it straight up into that same bead. All right, so for this tutorial, pick an odd number. You can make 15, 17, 19, 21. All right, so that at the end you have one bead standing at the top of the tree. So this is where my fishing line is. We are going to apply the reduction method, okay? So we are doing the reduction method. I'm going to start with 3 beads, continue with 2 beads, okay? On my back fishing line, which is my right fishing line, I'm adding all my 3 beads. I'm going to cross with the third bead and pull. I'll cross with the third bead and pull. Okay, now we are shaping the bag. My front fishing line, going to the next one bead in front. And on the back fishing line, keep adding 2 beads, and I'll meet you on this bead over here. Ignore the last bead. I'll meet you on the last but one. So we are going to go into the last but one bead. All right, into the last but one bead. We are going to make a 10. Okay, we are going to make a 10. I'll add my 2 beads into this same fishing line I inserted, and then we are going to turn using the same method. This fishing line will go into the same bead where the back fishing line is, into this same bead over here. All right, when we are doing the reduction method, this is how we turn, okay? And then I'm going to move my fishing lines through to the second bead, all right, so that we can continue to reduce. As you can see, we have shaped it once. I'm going to move my fishing line there. So I've moved my fishing line to this bead over here. All right, I'll turn it, and then I'm going to weave the mat one more time, starting with 3 beads, continue with 2 beads, and I'll meet you on the second bead, okay? On this second bead. So we are inside the second bead. We are going to add 2 beads. Please watch it carefully. This time around, we are going to cross it over. I will cross it over and pull. Cross and pull. Okay, so we have reduced twice. Now we are going to weave a simple beaded mat again, starting from the first bead. From this first bead. So I'm starting with 3 beads. We want to start the second stairs, okay, or the second step, anyhow you choose to call it. I'm crossing with the third bead, okay. So this is the second stair for this bag, okay. I'm going to weave it down till the end, this last bead over here. I'll meet you at the end. So I'm going into the last bead at the end. With that same fishing line, I'm going to add 2 beads, and then we are going to cross our fishing line over the same turning we have been doing into where the back fishing line is. I'm inserting this fishing line there. As you can see, we've created an extension, which is the second stairs, okay. So I'll weave my fishing lines through to the second bead. This is where my fishing line is. Can you see? We are going to weave a simple beaded mat. So this bag is very simple to make, very simple to make, okay. You start with 3 beads. Okay, 3 beads. We are still doing the reduction process. Okay, after the second step, we are going to reduce. I'll end on this bead over here. So I'm going into the last but one bead, or the second bead on this side, with this same fishing line. With this same fishing line I inserted, I'm going to add 2 beads, and then we are going to turn again. I'll insert the fishing line into this same bead where the back fishing line is, into this same bead over here. I'll insert it here, move the fishing lines through to the second bead, all right, to this second bead. So this is where my fishing line is All right, we are going to start again with 3 beats, continue with two beats and end here. All right, so I'll end here. All right, so we are going to go into the last but one bead, into the last but one bead, or the second bead on this side. We are going to add 2 beads to this same fishing line we inserted. Okay, 2 beads, and this time around we are crossing it over. You cross it over and pull. So we are done with the second stairs. We are starting with the third stair. Okay, so I'm going to weave a simple beaded mat starting with 3 beads. You are starting from the end bead. Okay, starting with 3 beads. I'll cross with the third bead and pull, with the third bead and pull. As you can see, we have created a third stair for this bag, okay, or the third step for this bag. Okay, so I'll weave my fishing lines. I'll continue to weave. This is the first. As you can see, sorry guys, as you can see it like this is the first step, second and third. So when you reduce twice, after each step reduce twice, and then you add the next step. Okay, so the reduction after each step is twice. So I'll meet you on the end bead. On the end bead, I'm going into the last bead right at the end, and this time around we are going to make a 10. Okay, so I'm adding my 2 beads into this same fishing line we inserted. Remember, we are at the end. This is the third extension we are making. We are turning using the same method. So you extend it once and you reduce it twice. You extend it once, you reduce it twice. I'll move my fishing line to this bead. Okay, and then we are going to reduce it twice, and I'll meet you there. So this is it. This is the extension, and I've reduced it twice. We are at the end bead. So this is the last extension we are making at the end bead. So I'm at the end bead. I will cross it over and pull. All right, I'll cross it over. So this is the second time I have reduced this step. We are going to make the last extension, or the last step, or the last step. I'm adding 3 beads. This is the last extension we are making. That is why I say you should choose an odd number. Okay, so I'm going to go into that bead. As you can see, we are making the last extension. All right, so I'm going to go into the second bead. We are left with 3 beads. I'm going into the second bead. On the back fishing line, I'll add my 2 beads. I'll cross with the second bead and pull. Okay, I'm going to go into the last bead. So for the last step, the reduction is only once, because when you turn, that will be the end. Okay, that same fish line I inserted, I am adding 2 beads, and then we are going to turn. All right, so the last step, the reduction is 1. All right, please take notes. I'll weave my fishing lines through to the bead in the middle. All right, I'm weaving my fishing lines through this fishing line, through to the bead in the middle. I'm going into the bead in the middle. This other fishing line, I'm going to insert it into that same bead in the middle. And here we are. See how we are going to end. You pick 3 beads. Okay, you are going to add 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and then you cross with the last bead and pull. And this is a simple Christmas tree beaded bag. Okay, I'll weave my fishing lines through. Okay, I'll weave in my leftover fishing line, and then we are going to make the bottom part of the bag. Okay, and I'll meet you there. This is my fishing line. I'm going to use it when I want to insert the lights. Okay, so I'll use that fishing line. Let's weave the bottom. For the bottom, we are going to be using the black bead. Okay, the same matching method. Since I made 15, count 5 from the left, 5 from the right, and then weave through 5 beads in the middle, all right? Twice, and that will be it. I will not bore you with that. So this is a simple beaded mat. I've weaved twice using the black bead. And this is our beautiful tree. Isn't this tree beautiful? Okay, as you can see, we are going to form space inside our bag. So I can start from the second. We are going to start from the second extension, but guys, later I extended it to the third extension, okay, because this was a bit shorter. So start from one of the extension, either from the second or the third extension, and then you weave a simple beaded mat all around this bag. Okay, you know how we add space in our bag. You start with 3 beads. Start with 3 beads. Pick up the last bead and cross it over and pull. Okay, and then you are going to continue weaving with 2 beads. Okay, you continue. When you're going to the next one bead all around, when you get to this part, you're going to the green one, you're going to the black one. So go through one bead, and I'll meet you at the end. Weave twice and I'll meet you here. This is it. I've weaved twice. Go through one bead. Man, this tree is so cute. You can choose to use the black for the base, but I just use the green because I have more of the green. Okay, we are going to add lights to our bag. Please feel free to design your Christmas tree whatever way you want. If you want to buy bulbs in the market and add it there, it's up to you. It's optional, but I'm using the berry beads for my lights. Okay, my leftover berry beads. Okay, so this is how I'm going to do it. Select the portion where you want to fix it. Okay, so I'm going to get a short fishing line, not too short. I'll go through this bead. Okay, this one that is on this line, this bead over here. All right, then I'll get my berry bead and insert it into that front fishing line. Okay, I'll insert my berry bead here. All right, please make sure you are using 0.6 fishing line at this point. Okay, because the berry bead holes are quite smaller. So with that same fishing line, I'm going through to this bead, a straight line, so that this bead can sit properly in the middle. All right, make sure you arrange your bead very well, and then I'm going to weave in this fishing line. Please use any bead of your choice, use any decor of your choice. Okay, so I'll weave in this fishing line, and that is all. Okay, just weave it into a couple of beads. Make sure you weave it very well. I'll weave this side as well. Tie it twice. It's optional, and then weave it in. And then I'm going to continue with the lights until I'm done using this same method. Make sure it's very firm. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. All right, so this is it. This is how I chose to design the bag. Design yours the way you want. We are going to join both sides together, and this is looking very beautiful for Christmas. You can make it and gift it to someone you love. Okay, you can even use it as your living room decor. Make it big and use it as your living room decor. So we are going to join the bag. You guys already know joining the bag is very simple. On the back fishing line, add 1 bead. With that same fishing line, go through the first bead on the other side of the bag, pick up 1 bead, and then you cross it over and pull. Okay, you cross it over and pull. Your right fishing line will go through the next 1 bead on your right side, same as the left fishing line. You pick up 1 bead and cross. Okay, let me just do that one time for you to see. The right fishing line into the next 1 bead on the right. Your left fishing line into the next 1 bead on the left side of your bag. You pick up 1 bead and then you cross it over and pull. Okay, so I'm going to join the rest off camera using the same method, and then let me see you when I'm done. joining. And this is it, looking so beautiful. Please endeavor to add your decor before joining your bag so that you can weave in easily, okay? This is how it looks. I extended the side to 3, okay? I started from the third stair, so I just extended. Bag handle, add chain, make any bag handle of your choice. But I am going to be using my black bead, so I was still contemplating. And guys, boom, our Christmas tree is ready. Guys, I used the 6 ring method, but I put 3 beads on the left, 3 on the right, they cross with 1. This is our beautiful, beautiful, cute Christmas tree beaded bag. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for stopping by. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like, share, and I will see you in my next video. Enjoy your Christmas. Share love, share love, share the video, share love to Mimi Dollar. I love you all. Mwah.